Okay, so Danielle, we're here at the Power Up session, and during this session, this is just a session where I pour into you love, encouragement, inspiration. I might give you some clarity into your life situation and your life journey. And I also want to motivate you to be your best self and to achieve your desired reality. So I'm going to pull from my Pharaoh Psychic deck. This is for the wild woman in you. And I hope you're able to receive what these suggestions are. Some of these are talking about how to come from a disempowered role in your life, or if you have been victimized in some sense. The reason why I said that because at the bottom of the deck was victim mode. But if you have been victimized by something, or if you feel like you don't have enough confidence in yourself in order to achieve certain things, this is the perfect deck for that based on what we discussed. You want to set some more boundaries in your life.
Yes.
So hopefully this deck will encourage you to set more boundaries and how to go about doing that. And these are also going to talk to some shadows. Always fun talking about shadows, right? Always fun talking about shadows. So if you are triggered at any point during this session, just let me know that touched something right there. And I'm like, okay, I'll try to help you trigger through. How about that? All right, so ancestors, great spirit, what advice do you have for Danielle? What does she need to hear at this time about embracing her feral, psychic, and wild nature? Thank you. I'm gonna shuffle three more times. Two, one. The bottom of the deck, you have avoiding pain. And it says you've been sedating your soul with distractions and denial, but deep healing demands presence and not escape. I don't know if you feel like that's true, if you're bypassing, emotionally bypassing certain things, not wanting to get to the root of certain things because it conjures up some sort of pain. Um, all the things that come out, looking at some of the cards that came out so far, all the things that will come out will be shadows that you can work on in order to resolve whatever emotional pain or situations that cause you to feel unworthy, maybe,
Mm.
and disempowered. I'm gonna keep using that word disempowered because everything about me is about empowering people. All right.
Gotcha.
All right, so let me go ahead and pull the cards. Great ancestors, great spirit. What do you have to tell Danielle about embracing her feral and wild natures? Okay. Also coming out with, can I get one more? Also coming out with some suggestions as well. I'll get one more, please. Right. So I pulled four cards and plus the card that was at the bottom of the deck.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go by each one by one. The first card that came out is ego driven.
Mm.
And it says ego will fight to keep you small by pretending you're above everyone else. When being right matters more than being real, your evolution stalls. So I'm getting from this. I don't want to tell people they're ego tripping because your ego is there to protect you from, in my opinion, may not be politically correct by other spiritualists, but I believe your ego is there to protect you from being disempowered. But sometimes when you operate too much in ego, it's about being right than being real.
Right.
And when you are trying to think of yourself as above being questioned or above being critique, it sometimes takes you away from getting the lesson or learning something from the situation if you are trying to be right. So if you're trying to assert some sort of um hierarchy or some type of superiority over anybody, just keep that in check. Or if you feel like when you argue with people or when you have disagreements, it's about being right
Mhm.
versus honoring how everybody feels. How, because I want you to respect how you feel as well, but also keeping in mind that other people might feel some sort of negative feeling towards you, even if you are right.
Mhm.
Just honoring that person's feeling and just saying, look, I feel this way about it, but I honor how you feel about it as well, even if I don't agree. Just a simple conflict resolution type of thing.
Right.
The next card that came out is, okay, negative chatter. I'm sorry, negative creator. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it says.
Oh.
You're a creator no matter what. The question is, are you creating from fear or truth? Now,
Mm.
based on what this says, it says you're a creator no matter what. What I'm thinking about this is what we're talking about with your boundaries. Are you afraid to create conflict with people even when you are standing up for yourself?
Yes.
So, understanding that no matter what, you are a creator, even if it's something that is going to not going to be taken lightly or well by other people. That's part of exploring your wild and your dark and your shadow side. I always I always try to encourage women to embrace their inner bitch. I had a situation recently with some family members, and it brought the bitch back because I'm like, here, I'm being sweet, kind, understanding, empathetic, and I made sacrifices for y'all, and y'all didn't appreciate it. So now I'm not going to crash out. I'm not going to get hateful. I'm going to boundary up. And now I have to snatch my hand back. So maybe there are some situations where you feel like, look, if I ever get put in a position where you're not appreciating me and when you're taking me for granted, I will snatch that hand back real quick. Don't
Right.
play with it. That's what I mean by activating the bitch mode, not meaning that you have to go out there and be hateful, but you have to protect your dignity and your self respect. That's what's most important. Now, let me go back to the first card because I had said something about pretending that you're above everybody else. Self respect means that you know what you offer, and sometimes you are simply better than other people. I have to tell people that sometimes you are simply better than other people. People who rate, oh, I probably shouldn't say that because I'm probably putting this on YouTube, but people who harm people, if you're above that,
Mm-hmm.
you're above that. Unless you feel like if you were put in a compromising position, you have the potential to do the same thing. And I think that's just where it comes with having a reality check and being able to check in with yourself. What are you personally capable of doing if put in a compromising situation? Just some things to consider, just some things to keep in mind. And with the negative creator, what I'm getting from that is sometimes you have to shut people down. Sometimes you have to put your foot down and create conflict in order to get your point across,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's not going to be received well. That ego driven card could also mean something about wanting to be liked because you don't want to crush your ego thinking that somebody else doesn't like you. But that ego driven card could be wanting to be liked. And with the negative creator card, you're being encouraged, ruffle some feathers,
Mm-hmm.
cause up a storm, start some conflict. Of course, with the idea that you're going to resolve it. Because
Right.
when people get too comfortable playing with you, you gotta, you gotta have put some chaos out there so they can feel it. Because those who can't hear will feel.
Mm.
And you got fact check. And it says the faulty belief system will still feel true if it's never been challenged. How much of your truth is based on secondhand stories or emotional static? So, what I'm getting from this is we all have a side of us that we don't want other people to see or know about. We all have a dark side. Um, Looking at yourself realistically and challenging some sides that may not be favorable to believe yourself about. Like, for example, I be thinking I'm nice, but I know my default is don't play with it, don't play with it. And I have to own that because trying to be nice all the time and trying to live up to this character that people say women should be like, kind, sweet, docile. I had tried that. I tried that and it didn't work out. So I don't know if you can relate to that, but you said no, you don't relate to that.
No, I'm not into it. It
You're
doesn't work
not
for me either.
right. Like you tried to be reasonable and understanding, but then you realize ain't nobody doing that for me.
Mhm.
Ain't nobody doing that for me. So now I'm gonna give you the real. I'm a fact check and I'm gonna give you exactly what you give me. That's what I'm getting from that. Last card that came out is not for sale. And this says your priorities are clear. Your values are non-negotiable. Authenticity may not always pay, but it always aligns. Now, that makes me think about you wanting to be a real estate investor.
Mm,
We talked earlier about wanting to do something heart-centered.
mm,
Maybe what this card is saying with the not for sale, having a portion of your real estate business solely for investing, and then having another portion of your real estate business not for sale for your heart-centered needs of wanting to help other people. What do you
mm.
think about that? Like
That is,
maybe a nonprofit,
I have
maybe
a nonprofit.
right. Oh, okay, you have a nonprofit, right.
Yeah.
So maybe enrolling a home into the Section 8 program or
Mm-hmm.
having or trying to do not trying to do but creating homes or building homes for single mothers or women escaping abuse.
That's
Like,
crazy. That was part of my plan, like to try to provide like affordable housing for women who are just like transitioning, whatever that looks like for them in their journey, like whatever that transition may be. But sometimes you just need somewhere safe where you can rest your head at night. You know what I'm saying? And so that you can do all the other parts.
right.
Uh, so what you're saying aligns
So
100% with what I was thinking about.
So definitely maybe an apartment building. You can
Hmm.
even get investors to invest in your vision if you
Right,
don't have the money to do it yourself. And if you have investors, then that also takes away the financial burden on yourself.
right, true.
So make as a nonprofit, you can definitely take in donations and investments. So that's what I'm getting from the Pharaoh Psychic. What did you think about that?
That was good. Gave me some stuff to think about.
Okay. Like I said, I be scared pulling these cards, these type of cards. I have a shadow word deck and a karma deck. And
Oh,
I'd be scared because people get triggered. And you're like, no, I'm not feeling denial is the first thing that comes up when you
mm,
get triggered. That's just what it is. First is denying it. But it's obvious because it hurts,
right.
right?
It
It,
wouldn't be affecting you.
it wouldn't be affecting you if it didn't apply.
Right.
All right, so I'm actually going to shift into the Mind Info Oracle.
Okay.
That Pharaoh Psychic deck was a little deep, so I like to pull out and pull some messages that could be more empowering for you because this is the power up session.
Right.
So I'll pull four cards from my Mind Info Oracle deck. Um, yeah, how you feeling right now?
I am feeling good.
You're feeling good. Cool.
Mhm.
All right. At the bottom of the deck, typical. Have faith. Have faith. Just simply have faith. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet
Right.
still, you must do exactly that because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. Faith of a mustard seed. That's what the Christians say, right? So definitely, if you believe that you can do your nonprofit and have a successful real estate business, you can do exactly that. Because as a matter of fact, and maybe this is not like I said, I embrace my dark side. So maybe some things are not really conventional to think in that way, but I will say this: giving a part of your heart to the collective of people in order to help them also boosts the sales in the businesses that are solely for your profit.
I get what
I said this to a sister last night. Profit, PROFIT, is the same thing as profit, PROPHET.
mm,
It is destined for the prophet to be able to make a profit. Even the Bible says money answers all things. So if you are here for the people and for the goodwill of humanity, especially if you're here for the goodwill of families and building strong families, your businesses will automatically thrive. That's why a lot of churches have nonprofits.
mm,
That's why a lot of celebrities have nonprofits. They're creating good karma for themselves.
mm,
And that's boosting their sales, that's boosting their business because people like people who actually give back.
right.
People like people who give back and it makes them want to invest in them. Okay, so let me pull four of these cards. Can I get four of these non-info oracle cards? What is some encouraging messages for Danielle? Okay. The deck again. What are some encouraging messages for Danielle? Okay. Can I get two more cards, please? Thank you. Open the deck again. Okay. Can I get one more card, please? Wow, this it don't have a lot to say, really. All right, I'm gonna go one more time and I'm trying to get one more card. Can I get one more card, please? All right. Woo. One card came out, and I know you're going to be like, yeah, that was for me.
Oh,
Okay. The first card that came out is release.
mm-hmm.
And it says you are being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama, and this is the first step in achieving that. So, um, something says something about tenants. If you were, because I'm gonna take this reading as it helping you shape your business and your money situation, um, and how to actually run a successful empire, real estate empire. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
So something says something about short-term leases.
Mm,
Something says something about short-term leases. Because I know one of your concerns was possibly not being able to set boundaries with tenants if they were to either fall behind on rent or be, I don't know, whatever issues that can come up between a landlord and a tenant, right? So short-term leases allows you to release people
Mhm.
who aren't fit to be a tenant in one of your properties. If you start with a 6 months lease and you get to temperature check and check who they are and what they're about, maybe that can extend longer next time. Now, some people believe 12 months is a good short term lease. I personally would say 6 months, maybe 6 months. Now,
Mhm.
landlords just want the money, so they'll do long term leases, but the whole time y'all hate each other. And maybe if they were to question why you're starting with a 6 month lease, tell them that I want to see if we're a good partnership. I want to see if we're good collaborators and we're here for each other in the in the benefits that we both can have from each other,
Right.
especially for your nonprofit. Now, mind you, if you're going to do a nonprofit and help people find housing, you if the housing is going to be affordable, there's so many people who need that type of housing. So normally what a nonprofit will do is have a casework type of setup in their nonprofit where they help people get more money, get education so they can earn more money, help them find higher paying jobs, help them get access to resources for their children or help find place them into more permanent homes like home ownership. I actually in my undergrad internship, I actually worked for a community that was a 2 year program and what in the idea was to help them from homelessness into home ownership. So
Okay.
they had apartments, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments that were significantly reduced. I can't remember exactly, maybe like $200 a month.
Mhm.
But they also had a program where case management was involved, and that's where they will use their donations to pay for the property and for the housing, as well as to pay for the case management and the programs that come with trying to get you into your own home. So maybe you can have something like that integrated into providing affordable housing for families. So
Awesome.
case
Super.
management, home ownership, that's the goal, right? Land ownership, if you want to include that. I know one of the cases we had at our at our organization was she actually got I don't want to say free because nothing is free, but she had land paid for if she was to join the USDA program
Uh-huh.
and become a farmer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you can connect them to programs like that, work with other nonprofits who focus on budgeting and saving and credit building and all these things that can help them become more to become a homeowner.
Right.
And then the next card that came out is lighten up. Why are you laughing?
Because I think I said in my thing to you, like I need to, like I'm too uptight.
You might have. You might have. You might have. As a matter of
Oh,
fact, now I do remember because I'm that's probably why I pulled that Pharaoh Psychic. I actually thought I only used that Pharaoh Psychic deck maybe 2 or 3 times. I actually
uh-huh.
thought it was going to give you more and more information. I tried to make it work for what I could, but I'm probably not going to use that next time. Next time I'm trying to find a wild woman oracle deck. I'm trying to hear y'all talk about some like Frida's titties or something like that. That's what I'm trying to find. Maybe I need to make it. So the next
You
card
know.
that came next card that came out is lighting up. This card is saying you're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it's not always easy to be here on earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important that you do so. This card actually came out when I did a collective reading for the Black Female Collective last month. No, it was back in April. In April. And the lighten up card came out, and I'm gonna end it with this. I'm gonna land it with this. What I had said to the sisters was The Harlem Renaissance took place during the Great Depression
Right.
and World War II.
Hmm.
Our ancestors are not the kind of ancestors that let the down things break us. We're going to celebrate. We're going to fellowship. We're going to party. That's my message to you. In the midst of building your empire, in the midst of handling your business on a day-to-day basis, find more reasons to celebrate yourself. Find more ways to be silly. Do fun things you enjoyed as a child. This it sounds simple, but when you get caught up in the day-to-day stuff, it's not that simple to
Right.
think to take your mind from the serious matters to the silly matters or to silly fun. So, yeah, party it up. We know what's going on in the United States and all the fuckery they got going on. But at the end of the day, it's like we have so much to celebrate because we're making it do what it do despite what they're trying to do to us.
Right.
That's even more reason to be happy. You're not going to break us. You're not going to destroy us. We're going to fight back and we're going to dance. I remember, and I'm going to say this. I remember when a few months ago when Trump first took office, there was somebody made a video of newscasters saying that the protesters were out there being ruly and violent and all that stuff. And it was in the videos they posted were of people line dancing, wearing costumes at the protests, dancing and having fun. It's
Mhm.
like you're not going to destroy us. Stop it. Stop
Yeah.
it. Stop it. You're not going to destroy us. Stop it. So I want you to take that approach. Whenever life gets too serious and whenever life gets too tough, just remember, you know what? You're not going to break me. Now, because you try to break me and I had a fairly decent day, now I get to go have a cocktail or a steak. Now I get to go to brunch because I'm celebrating the fact that I'm overcoming this mess. The next card that came out is Jump In. And it says you're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. Wow. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take the leap anyway. This is that time. They're saying that idea that you got brewing up in your head, go ahead and go for it.
Right.
And normally, when I feel like the cards are saying to go for it, it
Mhm.
means that it's going to be supported as well.
Right.
That's what I normally, that's how I normally take that. It's going to be supported as well. And the last card that came out is Speak Up. And it says, that's the card I said that I knew it
Yeah.
was exactly for you. What are you
Absolutely.
saying? Yep. What are you saying? What you are not saying that's eating you up inside. You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy.
Right.
Whether it has to be written in a letter, because sometimes when you write in a letter, you are more thoughtful and creative in how you express yourself, or
Hmm.
whether it has to be a sit down with a mediator, or if you feel like you are mature enough and confident enough to speak up for yourself without being confrontational,
Hmm.
then go for it. But then, like I was saying with the Pharaoh Psychic deck, sometimes if people are playing in your face, you gotta go for the conflict. You gotta go for the conflict. Because that's how people, wow, I really did something here that was not cool.
Hmm.
And they have to feel it. Because some
Right.
people you can get them, especially if you get them warnings already. If you already gave them warnings, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to come for the neck. It's unfortunate that people are like that, but hey, it's human nature.
Right.
Some people don't learn until you come for their neck. And then they realize, oh, dang, I really messed up here. Sorry. So I'm going to pull four guardian angel cards, and then I'm going to get to the money in the career.
Okay.
All right. Great Spirit, ancestors, angels, please give me some messages for Danielle. What does she need to hear at this time? What can she expect in the coming months in her life journey, her healing journey? Thank you. In her life journey, her healing journey. Thank you. Now, these ones I'm just going to pull from the top because it's
Okay.
better to do it that way. Okay. Okay. Wow. Ooh. Well, one of your questions got answered. And I'm going to tell you in a little bit what it was. You'll know when I say it.
Okay.
All right. And this is the first time I saw that card, too. All right. The first card that came out is Gentle Soul. And it says, remember, greatness isn't weakness, but strength. I'm sorry, let me rephrase. Remember, gentleness isn't weakness, but strength. It demonstrates the courage to be vulnerable and open. In gentleness, you discover inner calm and balance. So maybe the situation that you have going on that you need to speak up in requires your gentleness. Maybe you need to, I don't want to use the word mother, but social work your way through it. If you have the experience and the knowledge to be able to diffuse conflict in a more gentle way, go that approach.
Mhm.
At least for this time. If it happens again, then go for the feral, psychic, wild woman approach.
Right.
That's probably just some advice right there.
Mhm.
And then the next card that came out is Vitality. And it says the angels bring healing and renewal to your body, mind, and spirit. Allow their loving light to elevate and recharge your energy. Take some time to just breathe and relax. You need it.
Yep.
You're raising a child you're doing another raising of a child. You already raised your children. Now you're raising other children. So definitely the angels are going to make sure that you have the energy to do all the things necessary, not just raising a child, but even for your businesses. All of the energy required to maintain a successful business, they're going to make sure you're renewed with that in spirit. And the next card that came out is the Trump card. This card came before, I forgot what it was, but it says the more time you invest in loving yourself, the more you heal, while simultaneously increasing your intuition and energy. Whatever you believe you are seeking, be it in the name of love. So I take this Trump card, Trump, right? I take this Trump card as saying whatever you're going through, trump it. Lay down the trump card, meaning if you're going through something and you want this over here, lay down that card and say you're going to get this over here despite what's going on right here. I hope that makes it.
It does.
Despite the mess, the chaos, the bad, the negative, throw down your trump card. It's almost like having a badass queen in your deck in your hand while you're playing spades. And you didn't think you was going to win with her. Because normally you only get it to the kings, but by that time, people are cut in the spades, right?
Right.
So, but you got that queen, you're like, bam, I done won with the queen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's your trump card, being that queen. Lay down the law, lay down the rules, become sovereign in knowing that whatever you desire in life, you can have. That's what I'm getting from that card. And the last card that came out is True Love. That's the card I was talking about. Allow others to love and support you. Let yourself feel the warmth and presence of love in your life. Surrender to the vast, nurturing love that resides within you. Now, we already know what that card is for, so I'm not going to elaborate, but we get it.
Yeah.
I feel like that was confirmation. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not so sure.
It
You're not.
is. I keep getting confirmation.
You said you see it as confirmation.
Yeah, I keep getting confirmation.
Oh, okay. So you're one of those ones who doubt. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I doubt too. Trust and believe, especially if you're dating a man. Especially if you're dating a man. I doubt. I gotta see proof.
Mhm.
I gotta see proof. I
Yeah.
get it. All right, so I'm gonna pull some cards from the career deck, career and purpose deck, and see what comes out for you. So what do you have for Danielle? What can she expect in her career? What can she expect in her career? I think next time I do these sessions, I might pull all the cards out first.
All right.
But I actually would like, I mean, probably before I press record, but I actually like pulling the cards as we're going on because as some info out here, it can relate to the info that comes out later. I hope that
Right.
makes sense. You know
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
tell the
saying?
story.
Yeah, tell the story.
Hmm.
I'm gonna pull four of these. Oh wow. Okay. Can I get two more cards, please? All right. I'm gonna pull one more card. What is this? Oh no. I'm gonna pull one more card. Can I get one more card, please? All right. Two more came out. All right. So some keywords that can relate to your career. Change. That's the first card that came out.
Mm.
And it says there's a change for the better coming your way. Just because you don't see it, it doesn't mean it's not happening. So the changes that you're undergoing in your career, they're happening. Just trust that it's on that what you're looking for is on the way.
Mm.
The next card that came out is settling. And it says your soul is telling you you're on the wrong path. Is that true?
Um, no.
No, you feel like you're on the right path. It says allow yourself time and space to evolve and find your true path.
I don't think I'm on the wrong path. I think the path may be coming to its end.
Right, right. I get that. I
You know what I
get that.
mean? It's
Like
been
as
the
far as you
right
being,
path thus far.
you mean like as far as you ending your educator career and going into the real estate
Yes.
nonprofit? Yeah, I can sense that as well. The next card that came out is mistakes. And it says mistakes will be made, but you'll learn from them. Bridge the gaps between the expectations and reality. So if you're afraid of making mistakes in your career changes, you just got to realize it's going to happen.
Right.
And you just got to keep on rolling. One monkey don't stop no show, and one false move don't mean you can't be corrected. That's for
Right.
sure. The next card that came out is silence. And it says moving in silence while you continue to build. Silence is the best way to increase your personal power. Don't let, even though this is going to be made public, we're not talking about your plans.
Hmm.
And I encourage you to keep your plans to yourself.
Hmm.
That's what I'm getting from that card.
Yeah.
The next card that came out is justice.
Mm.
And it says, make sure to be honest and ethical in money matters. Something in your life needs to be brought into alignment in your life. So what I'm getting from this is what I was talking about having the nonprofit side of real estate as well as your investment side of real estate. I think this is just confirming that your
Mhm.
matters will be fair if you were to have another side where you're actually providing assistance versus just looking to become wealthy or rich, which
Right.
of course our most our most high power want us to be wealthy and rich, but they also want us to be generous and give. That's what I'm getting from that. The last card is spirituality. And it says use money magic spells to increase wealth and prosperity. You are being guided to discover your own unique spiritual path right now. So how do you feel about that?
That's interesting.
Um, what I'm getting from it is now on the spiritual card it says spiritual advisor, healer, tarot reader, which you are doing that right now. Anything in the occult. I don't know if you ever felt like you wanted to do something like that, but that's definitely
Finish the
encouraging.
tech class.
You just finished a tarot class. That's what's up. That's what's up. So that's a go. That's a go. That if you were to do that, you could be successful in it. Maybe I'll be your first client. Okay. All right. And then the last deck I'm going to pull is from my money deck, just to give us some insight into what you can expect in your money matters. Mind you, these readings I normally do are for the next 6 months to a year.
Mm,
And we're doing actually pretty good on time. All right. So this is actually called the purposeful career deck, but at the bottom of the deck was enterprise. So what can she expect in her money matters or in her purposeful career matters? What can she expect in her money matters? Oh, something flipped open. All right. Let me get some positive. What are some helpful information she can learn about her money matters? 3, 2, 1. The deck. At the bottom of the deck is connections.
mm.
And it says teamwork makes the dream work. Allowing others to share their talents and skills with you will help your career in business grow further. So maybe they're talking about maybe you can look like I was saying earlier about getting investors into your
Mhm.
nonprofit and connecting with other nonprofits.
All right.
That could prove successful for you. What else can you tell me about how money matters? What else can you tell me about how money? What else can you tell me about money? All right, cutting the deck again. What else can you tell me about how money matters? Okay. Can I get one more card, please? And the deck again. Can I get one more card, please? All right. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Okay.
First time seeing some of these cards. All right. So the first card that came out is conflict.
Mm.
And it says, be careful with whom you deal with anything related to your finances. There could be some misunderstanding with somebody about money. I think that's just a warning. I don't know if you have anything like that going on right now.
Um, I have a little bit of conflict going on with someone that I'm working with. But I'm locked in, and I'm not going to continue forward once my contract is up.
Okay, cool.
And
All
I
right.
won't, and I'll be more cautious about how I spend with her.
All right. So the next card is definitely giving you some more clarity. Healing. And it says your finances are healing quickly. Continue to do what's best, and you will soon see great results. You have gained the energy that you need. So that's another thing coming out about your energy. Did you feel like that you were did you feel like you were experiencing sort of burnout?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm getting that
financially. Sure.
financially too. Like what I'm getting is as much as you revitalize your energy, your money will also heal along with you. That's what I'm getting from that card. The next card that came out is choices. And it says, there are a lot of opportunities waiting for you. Don't doubt yourself and trust your instinct in choosing the best possible decision. They're saying you got connections, you got a lot of people and a lot of choices and who you can work with. Make sure you check the facts, like they said, fact check that with the Pharaoh psychic. Check the facts, look at the history, look at whether they are healed in their money matters. Look at the potential as well, based on their history.
Right.
Based, and I hope that makes sense. Potential based on their history. Like if they have continuous further movement, that means they can have move further
Right.
from where they're at that moment. So yeah, definitely that. The last card that came out is transformation. And it says change is coming for a brand new you. Embrace the transformation to enjoy the process. Sometimes change is uncomfortable but worth it. I told you. I love transformation. I love knowing that where I'm at right now is not where it has to end. And that more, better, and new can come. That's definitely a good card to have, knowing that new, better, and more is to come.
Right. Okay.
So it's not so where you at right now is not where it's going to end. You're going
Hmm.
to evolve past where you are right now. That's what I get from that. So that concludes the reading. Do you have any questions, any comments about the reading? Like, what was your thoughts?
I enjoyed it, and I like how you were able to help me to frame it and bring it in, and make the connections to my plans as far as business and the things, that I'm trying to strengthen myself with, in like my interactions with other people. So this is good. I definitely have 3 pages of notes.
Cool. That's what's up. And if you want me to, I can send you this recording.
Okay, that would be cool too.
I think
Yeah.
inbox me your email and I will send it
Okay.
to you. When I think it's going to download, might take some time, so
Mhm.
I might send it tomorrow.
That's fine.
All right. So
Thank
you
you
enjoy.
so much. I appreciate this.
No problem. I'm about to end the recording, but stay on the line. Like I got something to share with you.
Okay.
All right.